So in this tutorial, I want to teach you about the magic of the Shift key when you are drawing lines or shapes in PowerPoint. So I'll start by clicking on the Line tool. And normally this just allows me to draw a line. I can draw a line at any angle, and that's fine, but occasionally I might want to draw smaller lines, and it's really difficult sometimes to know if those lines are straight or not. So to start off this tutorial, what I want to show you is how I can draw a straight line with very little difficulty. All I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold the Shift key before I left click and begin drawing my line. So I'm holding the Shift key, I click, and then when I draw my line, it comes out to this nice straight line. So there I have a nice straight line, and as soon as I'm done drawing the line and I release the left mouse button, I can then release the Shift key. Now, it doesn't just mean that I'm going to draw it horizontally or vertically. I can also draw lines at an angle. But when I hold Shift, it limits the angles at which I can draw my lines to increments of 45 degrees. So 0 degrees, 45, 90, 135, 180, and so on and so forth. Okay, now this might not seem like a big deal, but the Shift key can really come in handy when you're trying to draw shapes. So similar to what I just did with the lines, here I'm going to go draw a rectangle. Now sometimes you'll need to draw a square for a presentation, and it gets to be kind of a pain to sit here and draw the square and then have to come into the format palette to determine the dimensions of that square and make sure that they're equal. So an easier way to do this is to hold Shift before you draw the square, and then it makes sure that you will draw a perfect square every single time. The same remains true for drawing a circle. If I hold Shift, when I go to draw my circle, it gives me a perfect circle instead of an ellipse. Same thing can be seen with a triangle. So the Shift key is really the key to drawing perfect shapes and keeping your lines nice and straight and level if you're trying to draw them perfectly horizontally or vertically. So remember, again, hold Shift before you press the left mouse button to start drawing your shape and or line, and that will ensure that the shape or line that you're drawing is either perfect dimensions, that is equal dimensions as it should be, or a straight line.